Hi. Hello. Hi, Alex. Can you guys hear me okay? Hope you can hear me okay, right? Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Monique. Happy New Year. Hi, Kate. Susan. Oh my gosh. So many of my fave people are here. Amazing. Hi. Hi, Pia. Glad to have you. Those of you who are newish, let me know where you are tuning in from. Yes, we can hear you. Okay, great, 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 great. Thank you, Tech Angel Babies, for helping us out here. Let me know how you all are feeling about the new year so far. Susan on the train to SB. Amazing. Is that Santa Barbara? Which one's SB? What am I missing? Oh my gosh. Hi, Shannon. Great to see you all. Yeah, so again, if you're new, let me know where you're tuning in from. Amsterdam. Amazing. Hello. And I am, if you're new, right? I'm a third generation past life healer, Reiki master, cosmic channel, and manifestation coach. Susan says yes. India, Pia, amazing. And today I'm going to bring up the so magical, so gifted, so wise bird, Mahia. And she is going to talk, I just got something in my eye. We're going to talk a little bit about the astrology for the year ahead, the downloads that have been coming through to Bird, the downloads that have been coming through to me, what you can do to prepare yourself, what tools you can use to ensure that you navigate and flow through 2024 with grace, abundance, joy, and expansion. And so stick around and be sure to put your questions in the chat. And again, let us know how you're feeling about this new year. And we are here to be of service to you. We will also talk a little bit about the retreat we're doing in Sedona, but we really want to share with you kind of how, again, you can be your best self in the year ahead. So I'm going to bring Bird up right now. Angels, everybody send us all your vibes so that everything works out here. I'm tuning in from LA right now. Bird, I don't know if are you still in Minneapolis or if you're back in Sedona? But we're going to get her up here. Hi, Mandy, Tony, amazing. Couple people who are also in the Cosmic Joy community, which is so exciting. That's our spiritual social media site that we have that is for free. That's a social media site just for us. Bird, I am here. Yes, amazing. Okay, I'm going to try. I'm accepting you. I'm going to see if I can just invite you. Add as moderator. Confirm. Maybe we'll try. I sent request. Yeah, I've accepted it. All right, so I made you a monaster. Hi, Constance. I hope you can join us in Sedona. I know you were thinking about it. She's unable to join. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, I've accepted again. All right, I'm gonna try this one other way.
Hey,
oh, yay, we
yeah.
got it. Hello, you look beautiful. Oh, your beautiful
Thank
curls. I just love it so much. Makes me so happy every time I see them. How are you?
I'm well. I am well. It's a powerful year and a powerful time we have stepped into, everybody.
Yeah,
So a lot of us might be feeling it. Be patient with yourself.
yeah. What can you tell us about as we're reflecting on 2023, like what are your feelings about 2023 and how that is preparing us and setting us up for 2024?
Well, so there's a couple things going on, right? We were in 2023, which was a Neptune year, was a 7 year. We have stepped into an 8 year, which is a Saturn year. But beyond that, we were also, right now, we are still in Uranus and Taurus, and we entered into that a few years ago. Taurus is about your stability, and Uranus is coming in as a great disruptor. Why? Is it just trying to mess with us? No. We are actually being asked to rebirth ourselves, to literally to transform, to rebirth, to shed like all the old stuff. The Toltec, some of my lineage is indigenous from Mexico, and the Toltec talked about the time of the fifth sun and the time of the sixth sun. The time of the fifth sun, they said, was like thousands of years of injustice, and that's what's in all of our lineages. That's what a lot of us are healing right now. You know, trauma can live in the DNA up to 14 generations. So that's the stuff that's coming up. And it's coming up because it wants us to let go. We have just entered a few years ago the time of the sixth sun, which is a time where we connect with our hearts. We connect with each other, we realign, we connect with the earth, we heal ourselves, we heal the earth. So 2023 was a Neptune year. Neptune is really powerful for magic, for connecting with the heart. So it gave us the opportunity to connect with our magic, with our hearts. One of the shadows of Saturn, though, is escapism. So some of us were feeling this stuff and it got shoved down. So Saturn this year is giving us all the beautiful opportunity to take what's been shoved down and to move through it and to transform it. Because until we do, we're not actually free. We're still carrying the weight of our own patterns, our own stuff. And a lot of you watching this are the generational pattern breakers in your family. So you are the one that has the heart that is strong enough to do this. We're going to say work, but we're going to also talk about how we use play, right? To move through, how we can, it doesn't have to be this big, hard, like awful kind of thing. And that's why we shove it down. You know, Saturn energy is about forcing us. It's the great teacher, right? It's the great teacher. We have entered a year of the great teacher.
I love all this so much, and it makes so much sense. I remember at the beginning of last year, and I was working with a friend on some marketing stuff and kind of thinking about what my word was for 2023. And in January, it was home. And it just, and I ended up buying a home in 2023, which is so crazy. But, and it was this, and being the 7 year, it just made so much sense as I learned more about the year ahead. And so as you're saying, it's like, we've gotten a little more settled. We've navigated through so much. And now it's like, you have enough of a foundation that you're able to go even deeper. And if I'm correct, Saturn is also about karma, right?
Right. Yes.
Right. And it sounds like we are doing this karma clearing, this deep subconscious cleanse for ourselves and also our ancestors, which is also so interesting because in my subscription service, we always talk about a different guide every month. And in the month of January, it was ancestors. And that, like you've said so beautifully, you know, we are here, and we even volunteered to do this work because those who've come before, they didn't have the tools, they weren't able to. And now it's like we have enough of a foundation from 2023. Everybody's here, our seekers, our mystics. I know we all have spiritual tools, we're all looking for more, and now it's like we're ready. I mean, more is going to come up, but like trust that you're ready, you're capable, you're strong enough. Like trust your heart. Like trust that your heart can do this.
Absolutely. You know, trust that you're going to be supported. So I don't like to take a negative viewpoint. I have Saturn in my planetary vibration, and I have 2.5 months left in my Vedic astrology. I'm finishing 19 years in Saturn energy. So like I'm almost, you know, so I'm kind of coming from that. Sometimes we are afraid to kind of, you know, I look at karma as these are the great teachers. What lessons, right? When the emotions are coming up, like Saturn energy can bring up some emotions that we feel often can be challenging. I'm going to call it tender. There may be some tender things that are coming up. Be tender. So the medicine for this year is patience. Patience. Everybody, like, be especially patient. Like, where are you not patient with yourself? Where are you not patient with others? Where are you not patient with the world? It's going to require like kind of stepping back and deep self-care this year. Where are you still not loving yourself, right? So you're going to be given the opportunity to move through some of the tough stuff, right? So how can you do that in gentle ways? In beautiful ways, in ways that feel supportive, so that you don't feel like, oh my goodness, I can't. All of you all have hearts, right? heart is strong enough for this, you know. And I'm actually drinking some of my cacao. Like I work. This is cacao was the medicine of my ancestry in Mexico, and it's so powerful that it's spread throughout the world as chocolate, right? And like even working with cacao, it's like the great heart opener. So, you know, really connect with your heart this year and know that you are loved and you're supported. But slow down and allow yourself to feel.
And it's what's been coming to me so much more, and maybe it is, you know, coming into my you know, fourth decade, that I'm finally able to start seeing things as cycles, and knowing that we have to respect that. And what comes to me as we're, you know, talking about patience, it's like leaning into divine timing, integration. We can't just, the pendulum can't just go from here to here. Like you have to give it time to integrate and absorb, and that it's the healing is not always happening here. Sometimes the healing is happening on levels that we're not aware of, and it's our job just to hold space and allow our guides to do that for us. But coming back to that trust.
I love that you talk about the guides and you have the word the ancestors, because what I want everyone to know is that you're not alone. You have a whole team of ancestors and spiritual guides and angels and like divine source energy herself, himself. Like you have all of this stuff supporting you, right? And what you're clearing, if it feels like a lot, it feels heavy, well, it's because you're clearing like generations. And we're clearing it. Why? Because we're in a transformation time that a lot of indigenous cultures talked about. Is the time with the sixth sun, is that we're going towards better things. So when within yourself, right, sometimes it feels like chaos, right? You're like, oh my goodness. Like I like to think about the Incredible Hulk. I grew up with the Incredible Hulk, right? When he was transforming, what did he do? He's like, oh, right? That's what sometimes it feels like. Well, it's because sometimes things have to get torn apart before they can get rebuilt. So it's kind of the same thing in the world. So the world is transforming, right? We have entered lots of years of not respecting ourselves, our spirituality, one another, other humans, the earth. And so we're in this period where things are transforming. So when you see the chaos in the world, like I don't look at it like, oh my God, like it's an end, like it's gonna, I look at it, of course. This is what chaos looks like in the world. And the end result is more joy, more freedom, more love, more unity. This is the transition that the earth is going through. And it's a transition that we're going through. So when you're going through it, remember that the destination is more love. I mean, this is why, like, you know, you'll see me on my Instagram, like I'm often dancing on the top of the mountains, right? And if you choose to go to one of our retreats, and Faith and I have one in Sedona coming up, we will go on top of the mountains. I go barefoot because it feels joyful, right? This is the end result, you know, and I'm 54 years old, everybody, right? So like, this is what, and I started my healing journey, you know, 10 years ago, diving in deep. The more I do, the more vibrant I feel, the more energy I have, the better. Like this is the result of walking through the hard stuff. And I've been through some really, really hard stuff, right? And like I said, I've been 19 years in the Saturn energy myself personally. So like, think about, like, even when you're going through it, like find joyful ways, you know? Can you dance? When I was going through my hardest times, I would go in front of the mirror, and I had danced for years, and I would be crying and I'd start moving. Tears were coming down my face because I felt so much. Allow yourself to move and to find beautiful ways. Spend the time in the nature and allow the beauty of the nature, the animals. Also, like, even in the wintertime, right? I am right now in Minneapolis. It's snowing. It's been cold, more than usual, but it's still cold. And I was out, and the first thing I saw was a squirrel. And the squirrel, the message was, play, bird. Like, just like be busy, have fun. Like, it can be this kind of playful energy, you know. The eagles came about, right? I'm looking, like, what do you notice even when you're driving to work, right? What animals are there? What is the earth teaching you? And really sit with the message. It doesn't going through the dark night of the soul. For some of us, that's what's coming up for us. It doesn't have to be this big, awful, scary thing. The problem is that we get to the entrance of the cave and then we step in and we're like, oh my God, this is scary. So we stay here. And it feels like I've been here forever. But if you go into it, you're going to get out. And the other side is where the light is and the joy is. And then you don't have all this stuff you've been carrying on. A lot of us are carrying the weight of our ancestors. We don't even know what they went through. But, sometimes the sadness that you're experiencing is not even yours. If you look at the repeating patterns in your life and in your family's life, these are where the traumas live still, right? Mm-hmm. And they've done this is not woo-woo stuff. They've done scientific studies on that it can pass up to 14 generations. So when you get through that, what you've done is you've shed all the old stories, like the snake sheds its skin. You don't see a snake skin in pieces. They shed it all at once. That's what we're being asked. So it feels like rapid transformation, but we're being asked in a short amount of time, go through it, shed it.
Yeah.
And then we can be free of it. And that's how we can connect with our joy. We can connect with other humans. We can really have the solutions to heal the rifts between humanity, the rifts in the earth. We can heal ourselves. And this is how we go forth. How do you let go of that weight of our ancestors? You heal. You heal. Don't worry about the big things. Don't worry about your twin flame healing. Don't worry about, you heal. I can speak as a mother. The more that I go deeply into my stuff, the more impacts my child. Even if you are 85 years old right now and you've not started your healing journey, if you start, what you transform in your lifetime is still, you're connected by your heart to everybody you love. So the way or the answers, and you don't know, like for me, I've actually been shown some of the traumas in my ancestry. I've been shown visions. And when I was shown one of them, it was the most horrific thing I've ever experienced. It's the worst I've ever felt in my body and spirit ever in my life. And I was shown the ancestors. I think it was me in a lifetime, honestly, but she just completely disassociated and checked out because it was too painful. And in the vision, I was given to actually feel it. And when I was shown it, I was told, you're being shown this because this is what most people that come to you are attracted to you. This is what's in their lineage, but they don't need to go through it. They don't need to feel it. So if you just know, I know for me intellectually, like when I'm feeling a certain way, but like this depression's coming on, the sadness, it helps me to say, maybe some of this is mine, but maybe some of this was my mother's and my grandmother's and my other was the stuff, right? So then it helps me not take it so personal. If I don't take it so personal, then I can step into it and be like, okay, what do I do about this? Because sometimes the problem is that we get so into our head, like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get through this? I can't get through this depression. I keep attracting the same bad partner. Like I keep getting hurt. No. If you're going through it, you have been given the holy honor to heal yourself, and you will be guided. The work is just in finding, and there's no one way, right? Your soul will tell you, like, hey, is it doing Reiki? Is it working with faith? Is it, me being alone in the cabin in the woods and going through it just by myself? You will be guided in the right way for you. And like the healing journey is its own journey. It doesn't have to be something like, if you can look at it, I'm on my healing journey. I look at it as the yellow brick road. You have just chosen, when you start to heal, you've chosen, you're Dorothy on the road, and you've chosen the yellow brick road. And yes, there's going to be some witches on the yellow brick road, and someone's going to try to fool you with the dust. Like there's going to be stuff, and you might get stuck in the muck for a while. But you know what? You're on the yellow brick road. So if you can remember that, if you've chosen, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go through this feelings, I'm going to feel this stuff. You've just chosen the yellow brick road, and there's magic. And this is what I love about you, Faith, that you talk so much about the magic. And the fairies and the elementals, I think this is what helps me get through it. It is the joy. Like in my lifetime, I just got back from a beautiful cacao pilgrimage in Guatemala, and we worked a lot with the elders there, and we did a lot of fire ceremony. And I came like all my old stuff. And sometimes, guys, remember, it comes in layers. You might think you're done, but there might be another layer coming through, right? So I'm coming, and all these layers are coming. I'm like, whoa. And I realized, I'm like, joy has been my medicine. I've had to find joy and seek joy because I've had so much pain in my lifetime and in past lifetimes that's the only way I know to move through this. So you can take tools like joy to move through the stuff. You can work with the fairies. You can work with the squirrel energy, the happy, the rabbit energy, find beautiful tools that help you. And I know Faith, you have so many yourself.
It's and it's really about giving yourself the space and the time to get quiet and see what your soul is really asking for, and sometimes and to get clear on what's really going on with me. Get out your pendulum, do some intuitive writing. Please spend time outside. That's like the best thing any of us can do. But what I love about combining our understanding of manifestation and energy with this dark shadow work stuff is that we can feel it and go, I'm so grateful that Spirit is giving me what I need to move through this. And then you let Spirit drop down into your feed, the video, the book, the conversation, the whatever it is, like Spirit will show you the way. And when you get to a certain point on your spiritual journey, because this stuff never stops, right? As long as we're on earth, there's more stuff for us to get to. But we start to be able to observe and go, oh, look at this thing that's coming up for me. I'm excited to spend the time to examine it because I know when I move through it, I'm gonna feel amazing, right? And when you get to that point, the healing, you get some momentum going. And again, there's always going to be, and if you are like, Spirit, I want to grow my business, I want to earn more money, I want to attract a divine partnership, then Spirit's going to then you are going to get challenged because you are asking to grow. And the only way that we grow is through contrast, right? And so, but as we become more aware of it, then and we are listening to what our body and our soul are asking for, then we again, we have more tenderness, we have more grace, we have more compassion for ourselves, and it doesn't have to be as it's not a bummer, right? It doesn't have healing doesn't have to be a bummer. And that's why we were both so excited to put together the play retreat in Sedona, because just as you've been talking about, it's like, listen, we can play our way through this. We can dance our way through whatever it is that wants to come up. We can share our stories. We can, we can write poetry. We can create art. We can have fun and be expressive and creative. And that is the way that Spirit is helping us to process whatever it is. And sometimes it will become clear to us and sometimes it won't. And that's okay. It's just energy that wants to be transmuted. And it is our responsibility to put ourselves in the position and give ourselves the opportunities to transmute it. Yeah.
And I love that. And I feel like, sometimes like our purpose, I think this is for all of us. Our purpose is play and joy, right? We're here on earth not to like suffer.
Yeah.
We're here to, yes, there's times where we're going to work, there's times, but our natural state, what does a child do? A child plays, right? They don't care about all that stuff. Like even when they dancing, the child's playing and having so much fun. You might be doing something like this until someone says, child, you can't dance. You don't have rhythm. And then they stop. And then they worry about other people, right? But this is our natural state, is to be joyful. What are the colors in nature, right? They're vibrant. Right now, the winter, those that are in wintering places, everything is shut down and it's wintering. Why? Because it's rejuvenating itself, herself, to bring forth the colors and the joy. So if you can kind of look at Saturn year as a time for you to winter and rejuvenate yourself. To be in your winter, it doesn't have to be, it gets to be beautiful. And the play practices, you know, this is what we're doing in our retreat. We're teaching lots of play practices and tools that you can take home with you and just be transformed. Also experience, because a lot of times, you know, for example, when I've gone to my retreats in Guatemala, like those weeks have transformed me. I keep that with myself. So my favorite place, we're going to be at my favorite place in the entire world in Sedona. Just that energy is life-changing and powerful and magical. So we will be working with cacao. We're going to be doing spirit art and dance, and Faith has.
And just feet away from Bell Rock, one of the most powerful energy vortexes in the whole world, which is where we're going to be staying. And it's so, you know, my first retreat I did in Sedona in 2022, and it just really, I was excited about it. It kind of dropped in. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know what I was providing. And after that experience, and then spending time on my own going to retreats, it became clear how crucial it is to provide those spaces to people, because we just don't really live in a society that gives us that experience on a day-to-day. But as we completely separate from our life, as we spend time with teachers that we admire in these beautiful places, as we are connecting with other like-minded souls, which is so important for people on the spiritual journey, because so many of us feel isolated. Monique was there. It was amazing. Yes, I'm so happy you were there. And that these retreats are becoming, for both of us, a really important part of our work, because they are life-changing, truly life-changing. And I am so excited about this opportunity. We are offering a $222 discount. So email either one of us if we'll give you the link for that. There's a couple different tiers available. I did want to ask you, Bird, you just launched your 12 medicine tools, right? Program.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I am teaching medicine tools and for the new year, how to move through the new year and through Saturn. I'm actually postponing. I was going to run at 111, but my spirit's telling me 222 because I feel like this energy of Saturn is also kind of slower moving right now. So I want everyone just to be slow, but I'm going to be teaching, I'm going to be diving in, I'm going to be giving tools on how to manage the disciplines you want to do. I'm going to also be teaching meditations. I'm trained in breath work and mantra. We'll be doing mantras that are going to help because I feel like as the time moves on, more of us are going to kind of be feeling the weight of the stuff. So I'm actually been directed to take some hibernation, and Spirit's like, we want you after your hibernation, figure out, and Saturn's also really good for organization. So discipline. Organize your life and discipline, a spiritual discipline this year is really powerful. I did want to get back to something you said about the retreat on the land. The retreat is like directly on the land. So there's walkways. You can have powerful time by yourself. So, and then also like wherever you're at, make sure that you are on the land.
Yeah.
The trees are alive, right? There's very energy in them. The animals are alive. They have lessons to teach you. Everything you come across is teaching you. And then also remember to give back. We have received so much from our land. Remember to thank the water. And also when you have your vibration, bless the water. Send your healing. Let me heal the land. Let me heal the trees. You know, it's this reciprocation. But we'll be doing more of that on the land. So I wanted to say.
And just bringing that when you go, if you go for a walk outside, and instead of just being up here, instead you bring your focus outside and you start saying thank you to the trees and thank you to the birds, your energy, it just increases everything. It's just your experience and your awareness of the connection and your ability to work with the flow and work with the synchronicities that you're being shown just increases tenfold. I love when I started working with tree spirits, and as I was walking through and starting to pay attention to what's the personality of this tree, what's this tree spirit, and it brings so much magic into your life and delight, and it really just changes everything. And once we come to understand, right, nothing happens by accident. I had this image the other day. I was on, I live in LA on a 5-lane highway, and I was like, all the cards I can see right now, none of us are here by accident. Even all of our energy that's here, it's all divinely orchestrated. And there is no better example of that than being in the natural world and understanding our connection to it. And when you bring intention to blessings, to grace, to prayers, when you're showering, when you wash a dish, like send energy, send love to that water as it moves back into the earth. And again, it's just that the idea of awareness. And as you're talking about, and it's all really comes back to mind mastery, which I talk about all the time, which is so interesting because one of my words I'm starting off for 2024, and it feels like my word for the entire 2024 is focus. And bringing focus on what you want, how you want to feel, and then removing the hows and letting the universe work through you. And that comes from paying attention. Get out of here and get more into what's out here and what's in here. And it's this constant dance. Yeah.
I love that, Faith, because that's discipline. That needs, it requires discipline. It's a disciplined practice. And this is the Saturn energy is going to, loves discipline, right? So play with that. And when we hear discipline, we're like, oh goodness, this is good. No, have something beautiful that's disciplined.
And that discipline again feels like a bummer. It's like, oh no, and we're not talking about like hyper masculine discipline energy.
Yes.
How can I identify, set myself up for success with the opposite of the yucky feelings and find the opposite joyful, abundant, expectant feelings. And remembering, as you spoke so beautifully about, the energy of the child, like we are here to experience joy because the energy of the universe, of source energy, is joyful. It's joyful. The energy of spirit is not sad. It's not lonely. It's not overwhelmed. The essence of all of us, because we are extensions of and reflections of the universe, it is joyful. So when we are not, now we are here to experience all of the human feelings, right? And as we are in those lower frequency emotions, it is expanding us to experience higher levels of joy. And that's what it does, right? And so it's I am really, looking forward to how this year unfolds. I'm so grateful for the tools I have. I'm so grateful to gain more tools. I'm really excited for your program and so excited for our retreat. Is there anything else that you would like to share today? What a beautiful conversation. Beautiful conversation.
I just want to end with two things that Spirit's coming through. Remember when you are going through the hardest moments, when things come up that you think I can't, that you are being held. Your ancestors are holding you. You're being held. You're not alone. You're not alone. And you have emerged at one of the most powerful times we've had in a long time. The future is beautiful. We've left behind all the thousands of years of injustice and trauma. So just remember that it's heading, and whatever we get through, I'm so excited that we're moving. We're in the time of the sixth sun. Things are going to start getting better. We're moving this way as human spiritual beings, right? So that, And then patience.
Yeah.
Patience, patience, patience. I did a little, I'm not a musician with my voice, but I did a little thing on Instagram just singing patience.
Mm-hmm.
Patience this year. Make that your mantra.
Mm-hmm.
Patience with everything, but especially with you. Where can you be more patient and gentle with yourself?
Because everything starts here. And as we are seeing the world evolve, it starts because we as individuals are tuning into love, kindness, compassion, and oneness and unity consciousness here. Not depending on or waiting for other people to change. That's not what it's about. It's about being a teacher through demonstrating love throughout your day and throughout your life.
I love that. Someone just said Rome is not built in a day.
Yeah.
All of you here, if you've attracted yourselves to Faith and I, you are here planting seeds for the new world, right? It might not, like, it's not going to just magic like appear like this. It was not built in a day, but the more that you tap into your heart and learn to love and face the stuff, right? You know, one last thing. Dark night of the soul is west direction of the medicine wheel. You move from the south, which is serpent, which is shedding the old stories. You move to the west, which is jaguar. This is transformation. This is death. You have to face what wants to die, what's not serving you. But then after that, you move to the north. North is hummingbird. See this one? I have my hummingbird drum right back there. Guys, hummingbird is, do you ever see hummingbird drink from the trash? No, they only drink from the best nectar. They go from nectar to nectar. They're about joy. This is where the ancestors. And then finally, it's eagle. Anyone ever seen an eagle? I have an eagle that's right out here. A couple that mate for life. Eagle, dreaming a new world into being for yourself and for the universe. What dream feels good for you? Not what you thought but what really feels good to you. That is your medicine for the world. But you get to move through. You have to go through the south and the west to get to the north and the east. So when you're going through that, you know, remember medicine wheel magic and call in and, you know, call in and ask for help. You know, it's okay to be on your knees and saying, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. With spirit, help me. Somebody like help. It's okay to be there. And while you're there, be gentle. So gentle and patient with yourself.
Oh, thank you so much, Bird. Thank you for existing and all you offer and all that you have so courageously, you know, just worked through in order to be the bright light that you are. It's such an honor to co-create with you and to have this retreat that we're doing in Sedona. Oh my gosh. You can click the link in my bio or I think in Bird's bio if you want to learn more, or DM us with any questions. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and co-creating with us. You know, this is not just me and Bird, everybody who stopped by. This is a co-creation for all of you. And we'll definitely have it posted on Instagram and I'll post it on my YouTube too, so people can watch the whole conversation, which I highly recommend. OMG, supercharged. So much love for you. So much love for you. Thank you, Bird. Mwah.
Thank you, Faith. I love you, sister. And love to all of you. I love, we're building community. We're all connected.
Yeah. Have a beautiful day, everyone. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.